welcome back to the channel. We got a few things to do today. Nothing real big project, but you guys ought to come along. One of the things we're gonna do is we're gonna get this sprayer put up here on the four-wheeler because I hate weed eating. The other thing is this wand over here was leaking last year, dripping down my hand all summer. So I want to get that taken care of. I got a new one to replace it. Show you guys, we'll take you out to the horse pasture. I've got a drag setup that we use to knock the manure piles down to help the grass grow a little better. So we'll get that done hopefully. Maybe if we have some time, we'll go down through the horse trails and trim all the trees so they're not smacking us in the head when we ride. And then hopefully get everything done in time for a cookout tonight. So come along, let's see how it goes. Okay, so the first thing we gotta do is we gotta get this electrical wires hooked up here. I wish there was a better way to do it. I hate the cigarette lighter style. It always seems like I burn those up or the fuse blows. Positive on, now we're grabbing the negative here. That was rough. The seats never fit right. I used to ratchet strap this on. Now I've added these U-bolts. We'll see if they do any better of a job of holding it in position. All right, one down. Okay, so that should be snug down. We should be good there. Got our wiring ran up. I probably should have tested it just to make sure that it actually works. And our connection's good at our battery before I got it all set up here. Oh yeah, we got power. So next, we'll see what it's gonna take to get this wand off of here. It's like just a flat blade screwdriver. Have any of you guys switched over to the Milwaukee battery powered sprayers? I'd really like to try one out. I've got a bunch of other Milwaukee stuff, so I've already got the batteries. It just seems like it makes sense. And everything I've had from them seems to hold up well. So if you could, let me know in the comments what you think. Okay, so we got this all hooked up. New wand on, tanks bolted down. We'll put some chemical in here, and then we'll head out to the barn and get some water stuck in it. All right, now for that water. Let's get this hose hooked up here. Hopefully it's not a bad one. See, I just think it'd be way easier having a small backpack sprayer. I could just toss it on, go spray what I need to spray, and take it off. I'd still have this one for doing big areas. I really think that's the direction I want to go. You know, it'd be one thing too if this was always on the four-wheeler, but we take it off all the time. The girls run back and forth to the barn on it constantly. We use it for everything around the shop. A lot of times riding two people on it, so there's just not room for two people with the sprayer. All right, so we have our valve turned off that goes to the sprayer boom nozzles. We have our valve open going back to the tank. So let's turn this on and we'll see if we have any leaks and let it stir itself up a little bit. Okay, building pressure. Alrighty. I usually let that go for just a little bit. Let it just kind of pump that fluid around inside to mix it all up real good. Plus a little driving will help. I was going to spray these weeds, but looks like the herd thinks that we're getting ready to feed, so I'll keep that away from them for a little bit. Okay, so we got the sprayer wand out. We'll see how we got any flow, and hopefully no leaks this time. We adjust our pressure here by turning this pressure up or down. That looks about right. So we can come back here, we can kind of spray all this stuff. My hands staying dry, so I'm not mad about that. All right. Got Alyssa here manning the camera. She's just kind of showing what I do. I just kind of drive around here, and anywhere I can't get with the mower good, I'll go ahead and spray it. And any of these weeds that don't look like something the horses will want to eat, I'll spray them too. The wind's picking up a little bit, but good timing. I just got all this all the way around here all done. So the big pasture is done. I I don't really want to continue spraying. I'm scared I'll blow into flowers or plants or something like that once I get up around the buildings. So I think we're going to call it quits now. Let's go over. I think the girls are getting ready to drag the manure piles in the pasture to help break them up. So come on, let's go check it out. Peyton and I here, we're going to stick some oil in this. The last few times we've used it, the red light's been kicking on and off on the hydraulic oil temp. I did a little Googling, and some of the people are saying that the oil level can cause that, and I did notice it's a little bit low. So we're going to top this thing off. So right down here you can see the fill level, and it's pretty low on the glass. All right, that brought it up about halfway. Let's go for another one. These old case skid loaders, from what I've been able to tell, looks like most of them just run a SAE 30 motor oil for their hydraulic oil. I suppose a funnel would have been a good idea. It leaks a little anyhow. Keep the dust down and the rust off of it. Now that I think about it, it actually may have been 10W30, not SAE 30, but either way, I think it'll be fine. All right, Peyton, go ahead and get this fired up. You guys want to come in here and we can take a look as she turns the key. Just turn the key to the first position, Peyton. See how it's got all the red lights, green lights, fuel gauge, and all that? The top red light was staying on after it starts up. So go ahead and start this up. All right, look at that. I think we fixed it. We'll know when she starts running it around here just a little bit. All right, Peyton, did that light flash anymore, or are we good?
It's good.
Awesome. It probably would have flashed a few times just driving it around. So cool. Well, we'll get you guys hooked up to the drag and show these folks how you get the drag out there. It's too wide to be able to drag through the barn. So the first way they do it, they hook it up and they pull through here narrow-wise. Then once they get out in pasture, they'll flip it around and spin it the other way. Okay, here you go. You got a 12-foot wide way now. Hope that you can make it through the gate okay. It does a good job of not ripping the grass up. And it just annihilates these piles. She's gonna go through these piles here, and I'll show you what they look like when she's done. So you can see it just really shreds these poke piles apart and spreads them out and does a real good job. Makes them look pretty nice. A lot better than big old piles like you can see kind of dotted around. And then she'll just drive back and forth up and down the pasture. It leaves, kind of like when you stripe your yard, it leaves a path like that so she can tell where she's been and where she hasn't. And then she'll skip over areas that don't have piles in them, because otherwise there's no real sense of doing it. And heck, works out pretty good for just a couple old rack uprights that were scrapped and bent. Here's some piles you can see it getting ready to just shred. You see how it just throws it up in the air, and all those V-bars and all that stuff just shred it apart. Hey, we got quite a bit done today. Thanks a lot for joining us on this. We got the sprayer on the four-wheeler. We got it filled up with chemical. We got all the pasture done, some of the driveway stuff, and around a few buildings before the wind got picked up too high to where we couldn't finish. We also went and got the girls set up. They got the pasture drug and got some oil in the skid loader, and I think we finally put that red light issue to bed on the skid loader with that temp light. So,
And if you're interested in more horse content, you can check out Curtis Creek Performance Horses.
thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to go to the channel and hit subscribe.